Hey everyone, farmers, hope you're all doing well. Today I'm going to give you 3 essential tips for pruning any vine, even if you've never pruned before or if you already know how to prune. Let's review together, and together with Marco Penitenti we'll look at 4 completely different cases.
While we're at it, let's check out the Infaco scissors Marco is using, distributed by Castellari.
Before we begin, I have a favor to ask. For 13 years, I've shared every aspect of agriculture with you. As I share information, please subscribe, like, and comment on the video. This is really important to keep providing free information. It's a small action that really makes a difference. Thank you very much. All right. Pruning the vine now, leaving aside the various training systems, what to do, what not to do, and so on. In 3 steps, 3 things I need to know so I can prune any vine.
Removal of the old part that grew in the previous year, selection of the new branch that will go into production, and selection of the spur for the year 2027.
Okay, now you've explained it to me in an academic way. Let's get to the point. Show me.
So, in simple terms, it means this old branch goes away.
Because you deleted the old branch?
Because the old branch is the one that already produced, it's no longer needed. And on the spur I left last year, I take this year's branch.
That is, on the old branch like this one. Here, the new branches for this year are created, where the right fruit will grow. Yes.
But I won't go here because they're too long. I have to go to the spur I left.
Explain to me why you're too long and I'm not good.
This is the spur we left last year.
Wait, then this.
This is the spur.
Okay.
The spur we left last time.
It made the bud, which is this one. It has a bud that's not this one, but it's this one. Here you see it, the bud.
This one here. And the shoot that I keep for this year and that I will bend, I will work on it depending on the training system.
But you told me you have the post that falls right in the middle of the shadow. So this one here could potentially work as a productive branch, but it's far away. What does that mean? Yes.
If I cut here in this one, I can bend it like Guillot or use the Silvos method. It's still a branch that works because it's on a 1-year-old branch, but I don't want to go that far because it's all useless branch. I go for early energy. Yes, I go on the spur that I left last year.
Wait, I'll come over. I need to remove a few things here, right?
Here we definitely have to remove a few things because they've grown. So let's start removing them freely. So first, let's go ahead and remove the spur we left back there. Let's take all this stuff out.
How many spurs do we leave?
1.
1.
1 is typically the main fruit. 2. If 1 is a main fruit and 1 is a spur.
1 spur.
1 spur. See, you can see this one well. Look here, it's clear. This is the main fruit and this is the spur. It means that I leave it with 2 buds.
1 or 2.
From here, the branch will develop in 2026. Of course, it will become the main fruit-bearing branch in 2027.
How do you pick the main fruit branch?
What about the main fruit branch? Generally, if I worked well during the season, I choose it because I already have it. It's nice because I maintain it and preserve it during the season.
And anyway,
regardless, it has to be a healthy branch, not broken long enough in the case of Guillot to be.
So, understanding the difference between a branch like this and a branch like that, we know we choose a more vigorous branch, right? Exactly. In an emergency, I could also pick this one.
But in an emergency, I can also choose this one. And let's say it's a compromise. But you see that on the other vines, they're all pretty good too.
How many buds do you leave since 1 bud doesn't bear fruit? That's not the right way to put it, is it?
1 bud could potentially be 2 clusters.
2 clusters, potentially.
So on an old vine like this, maybe we can leave. In this case, we leave a fruiting cane and go for 8 to 10 buds at most, 8 to 10 buds, which would mean almost in the best case, 20 clusters, but we don't keep that many.
Now, coming back to us, you left me the fruiting cane, you left me the show, you left me the fruiting cane. I remove this, I remove this.
I remove this. This is in case because we always talk about old vines. Just to be safe, I still leave another spur.
2 spurs?
You never know, anything can happen. It might die or not. There are many possibilities.
Because if we don't leave the spur, I'll make the fruit. This year, next year, it'll be a real mess.
Yeah, because there are varieties that really need to be on a 1-year-old branch.
Okay?
Wait.
Cut out the rest for me, otherwise we'll get a bit confused. So, while you're finishing up cleaning, we're using your scissors, which are scissors you use much better. This here is the new model. You've pretty much been using Infaco ones.
For 5-6 years?
You've been using them for 5-6 years?
The last time was 2 years ago. Yes, we do Vineyard and Olive Grove because this is the Infaco with the wool.
Look, we'll show it to you better.
This is the Infaco with the short blade for the Vineyard. But look at this adjustment. It's really beautiful. So you have the small cut, and this is specifically for small quick cuts in the Vineyard.
You unlock it, it opens.
It opens and you go.
You know what I like? What struck me first of all is how light it is. I mean, nowadays they put all the batteries underneath, they're much heavier, and after a day you really feel it and you're not as agile getting into the plants many times. But that little button, everyone else has settings where you have to go press buttons, wait for it to open, the little button. He has his gloves, Pam, you open it, it's really cool. To go back a bit to the analog stuff that I like, yeah.
Besides, right now you can't see inside, but we open them up to grease them inside. There's just one motor with this blade that's all serrated, and that's it.
There's nothing else. Simple, effective, very simple.
And for lubrication, there's a special spray can included. You lubricate it here, basically. You lubricate it here, you lubricate it there. Zip, you lubricate and lubricate.
All of it.
I do it once a week because my scissors...
How many cuts do they make?
8 to 9 hours. I didn't count at first, but now I checked. They've made millions of cuts.
Well...
Yeah, consider that they make...
It's something, don't you think?
They work from November until the end of April.
Because you use the Vineyard and continuously, and the Olive Grove?
The Vineyard is, in quotes, a walk in the park. The Olive Grove is tougher, but we already use this at maximum opening in the Olive Grove. The other blade, you don't change the shears, you change the blade because the motor disconnects it.
So you replace it?
You replace it with the blade for thicker cuts, which has a wider opening.
Clear, that's a lot. I liked how light it is. I liked it. Do you know why it has the little backpack? Because it's true that you can attach the battery to your belt, but it always pulls your arms down. Because then you have your phone, you have your pocket knife. You don't feel it on your back. Overall, it's nice.
A convenient battery that even lasts 2 or 3 days. We've never managed to drain it in a single day.
Never, never.
Especially with olive trees, since you make fewer but heavier cuts.
Of course.
And so they use more energy, never discharged. Once.
No, so for sure it requires a slightly bigger budget, but it lasts over time.
It's an investment for those who buy it at the end of the year. Just one inspection is enough, then you put it away and that's it.
Inspect annually.
Yes, it's always better.
To keep it efficient, yes.
To keep it all efficient, yes.
It's like a car. You service it to keep it in good shape.
Well, yeah. We use it for 7 months. Only people who do my kind of job use it for so many months. But even a hobbyist or someone who maybe uses it for a month, it's better if they service it before putting it away. That's it.
I've noted down 3 safety features that this shear has, really important ones. Should I read them to you? We have a wireless system that comes standard, and we have the contactless system, which is a much more precise solution compared to the wireless system. Of course, the gloves you need don't come with the shears, but make sure to get them because it's a really essential combination. The last system is the wired system, so 3 safety systems together to ensure maximum work efficiency and safety.
Let's move on with the pruning.
So from here you can see, well,
From here you can see
Sperone. Okay, this was Sperone last year, the main fruiting branch that now Marco is bending. The second Sperone, just in case. Exactly. We'll tie it there, right?
We'll do it here.
A tense moment as she tied it. Be careful bending. Not yes.
Because this is the delicate point.
Here, let's show it clearly.
So if you peel it like this, it's not a problem because only the bark, the thin outer layer, comes off. The important thing is that it doesn't do this, okay?
Now you've done it.
The time I did it, you next year, this year. You have a vine that
Won't produce anything.
will produce little or nothing.
Little or nothing is enough.
The important thing is, you see,
Guys, I messed up production for you.
when you fold it, it cracks because it's frozen. Okay, so the folding has to be gentle, done well at the warmest moment. Be careful when choosing the branches because it's not true that a very thick branch is much better. This is the best size. These delicate branches are sensitive and flexible.
Okay,
A very thick branch isn't as sensitive to the risk of breaking it as easily.
let's move on since one case isn't enough. We'll look at one, two, and then a specific case. You can remove this one for me. It's unlucky anyway.
Here, in the restructuring of your vineyard, we've made a decision.
We sacrificed this one, so when someone mentions the main fruit, remember we did it for you.
Exactly. Each vine has only one main fruit
Okay,
and a spur. So here I have to choose one. The spur was left. The spur from last year, here it is. It was left here.
wait, let's see. Okay, you see it, this one.
This one was made last year, and this one is this year's fruiting cane, and this will be the spur.
But I see here that it's not in a good position. But yes, you say it's a bit scarred. I can't keep this fruiting cane. You don't like it.
Then we can keep that one too. Yes, we can keep it.
You see, I start from here. Yes, yes. But this is a spur. Yes.
It's a spur, it's a bud that broke off here. Branch will remove everything else.
You say to use the spur instead on the little horn we made for him.
So here I'm sure where the branch is attached because you can see it very clearly, because this is exactly the point.
Excuse me, if you hold the fruiting branch for me, shouldn't the spur come before it?
So the spur should go behind.
This is the spur and the small fruiting branch.
In fact, but I saw that one. I'll make the spur on this side.
Right underneath, so here too. Important rule. The spur comes first in terms of sap flow before the fruiting branch.
I usually place the fruiting branch on one side and the spur on the other.
So it works in two different parts.
On the same cane.
Possibly. Okay, here the spur. Let's examine the buds closely. I have one here under this one. Yes, 1 and 2.
So let's leave 3.
Come on.
I usually do one more because I'm used to seeing them all big, not big from downy mildew and all that stuff.
So no.
No. Let's take everything away. This. So
You bring this one back to me.
I'll remove this since it's my branch.
Sure. So someone might ask, why did you leave it for so long? Because the renovation work we did was to shorten the vines again, which is what we did.
Last year we did a good pruning because everything was in a canopy. We brought it back without working on the hide.
Okay.
So we brought Guyo here.
Basically, everything gets cleaned up. Even after 1,000 cuts, sometimes a direct cut is still needed.
No. In the case of the main fruiting spur,
Direct cut. Main fruiting spur. After this, here we'll bend it over to Marco's side and we'll already start on another plant. Yes?
and then you go this way.
This wasn't supposed to happen, so let's show the case since it's complicated. Do you have 1, 2, and 3?
Yes, so in this case I have a single plant. So you see that 1, 2, 3 were left. Now we'll leave only 2 or even just 1. I bend this one way and the other the opposite way so they already take up the space. So I go over there because my folding order is like this, so I'll choose a branch from this area.
But you don't like this one, and you see that I can take either that one.
I can also take this one, for example,
Okay.
because you see it was left behind.
This is the spur, but make it a spur for me.
This one here, I make it become the main fruiting branch.
Main fruiting branch? Yes.
If you don't make the spur, we'll do it on the other side.
He's a big one. But this one comes after this one.
I cut it all off, even here or elsewhere.
First, make the spur on one side, then play with it in this case.
Now here the vine is very thick. It's better to start cutting and reducing all this same willow.
All right, let me see, so we understand each other.
Here. Then we'll need the chainsaw. But let's wait with the chainsaw. Let's do this. Let's take everything away.
Some tasks require shears, others a chainsaw. Either way, the cut is done well, okay? But open it up, split it as much as possible just in case, open it up all the way. It depends on the person and their habits. If someone always wants maximum split, then no. And you use this.
I can also use this one here underneath behind.
I think you can make it there.
Butter is enough. And so that's how we start to cut off a bit of willow top.
The goal is to remove all the willow tops and possibly grow something underneath.
I don't cut it here because I don't want it to get in. Then you wait a year and say yes.
Ideally, we should grow something under here.
Then we'll take the new vine there, top it, and remove the entire head.
So to make it clearer, now make it a spur for me. Let's clean here, let's show the finished vine, and then let's show what you're talking about. Where should we top it, and when should we top the vine? So, Marco, this is one of the cases we were talking about. Maybe someone isn't used to it and says, what a mess. Instead, the work we did last year, since we installed a lower trellis wire, was to try to lower our entire vine, right?
Exactly.
Here we can go ahead and prune heavily. Explain it to us for a moment so we can see the case we saw earlier.
So restructuring logic, we are generally lowering it more and more. Because obviously the vines were tall last year, they were more or less set up. Now this year we can lower them. On this one, which is the fruiting cane.
So we use this one as the fruiting cane.
We'll use this one as the spur.
But isn't this one nicer?
But we're turning this way.
This one's nicer, but yeah.
I'll keep this one behind me instead of underneath.
So 2 spurs, right? No.
I'll keep this one, okay?
So remove this and clear everything.
But I'll remove all this too.
Show me how you remove it, thanks.
All right.
There was no doubt it would cut there. I'll move the trash away for a moment. Keep in mind that with the scissors, there are also cut-resistant gloves. Now, I don't have it here. It's something I'll go buy for you because it's actually very handy and protects your hands.
So let's talk about it for a moment. Well, I'll leave Moncherino because you see life is very beautiful. Despite its age, it's showing some necrosis.
Let's begin at the bottom. Sorry, here is the base of the vine.
This was the old vine.
That's what they did. I mean, they cut the vine and remade it. Starting over by giving it new life, let's put it that way, right? Yes, giving it new life, so it goes up.
It goes up, it goes up.
We had built it differently.
It had gone up because this used to be a big tent. Now we've brought it to a pure perfect level and we've really lowered it.
The goal within 3 years is to have them all more or less at this height. So a new platform? Yes.
I still leave this stump because besides the fact that it's useful, it's better to let it heal anyway.
So the branch doesn't come off, right?
Healing compound, whatever you want, leaving this portion, yes.
Just 5 centimeters, yes.
I prevent any colonization of bacteria, fungi, or a bit of rot from forming. It won't go all the way down because it stops here.
This usually happens here when you make cuts, especially flush cuts.
And for a flush cut, we'll show it if you want. Let's show it.
Anyway, this one is already right. No, come on, don't cut. No, come on, don't cut. No, come on, let's not cut it. Otherwise, it'll hurt the vine. The flush cut was supposed to be here. You're making me cry for my vine.
Flush cut, and let's avoid doing it.
Of course, so we have this one here, that's enough. Let's go see it from above. We have the spur going one way, the fruiting cane, which is this one, and we're good. That's it. But on this vine here, which is the other one, we can't do the same.
Because with this vine here, unfortunately, we would end up doing it back here.
Can I use this spur?
Yes, let's try using a shoot that goes this way. The goal of this vine is to take a branch that will grow somewhere on the trunk, bend it down, and eventually cut it off.
But excuse me, if I use the spur here, look behind here, yes.
Yes, I can use this.
I use this spur.
I hadn't even seen this one. This one is fine.
Maybe not this main fruiting branch for this year, no.
This fruiting branch is good and tender.
It's long, so maybe next year we can cut the spur. For now, we can just remove this one.
I remove everything here.
No, we still shortened it.
This is easy. Have you heard it before? The engine runs and makes these cuts.
That's due to the mechanism you mentioned.
That's because of the mechanism I was telling you about.
These scissors here?
You keep making those cuts, but it doesn't change anything here.
It doesn't feel them?
It doesn't feel them, zero. After this, we take everything away. Even this stuff, we clean here, we do it. The spur.
We have the main branch.
This is the main branch, so I remove this one instead. Good.
Yes, there's still a little spur left, which they leave there anyway, the little branch.
But I should go over there to cut it.
Yes, but that's enough.
Enough?
Okay.
And this one, you see, in the end, we got it. The branch that, if you want, you see when I was telling you about the small branch, which is flexible, of course, if I want, I can already remove it now.
And this one is enough for us.
For the production.
Yeah, that's right.
Maybe even too much.
Maybe even too much.
See, that's enough.
Pruning the vine should be quick since we have many. Yes, be respectful and so on. We constantly have to restructure old vineyards. That's right. If when the vineyard is young, let's say we let it run because we want it to grow. When it's old, we have to keep restructuring it. Yes.
With a young vineyard, we let it grow, but focus on building a strong foundation and caring for the plant, not allowing it to produce, as I've experienced.
Let's show something so it's clear. You see here that we're leaving a lot. Now maybe you can already see down here, you see that we're keeping all of them. Look here, for example, see down here. These haven't been pruned yet, but we're leaving most for later, not doing it all now.
Because in the end, you risk not producing. But this, for example, just becomes a reasoning that we tie together. We cut the vine here and here, making this one the new vine.
The new vine?
The new vine.
Pirot with a strength that a young vine wouldn't have because it has a root, it has a structure.
We do it here because we've seen that we have healthy root systems.
Healthy, that's right.
And so it's a perfectly healthy vineyard. If it were a vineyard affected by Esca disease or flavescence, no.
Here's the thing, not to make the video longer, but if once the trend was to remove the vineyard after 25 years and replant.
Today, they are constantly being renovated to ensure quality grapes. I maintain 55-year-old vineyards, and in France, some are even 100 years old.
They have higher quality precisely because of that.
That?
Yes, they're in the soil.
Absolutely, yes.
All right, thank you very much, Marco Figurati. Now we've given an overview of traditional pruning. Below in the description, I'll leave all the pruning methods for every training style there is, as well as some more technical tutorials. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll leave it for you below in the description. Also, these shears from Infaco, which are distributed in Italy by Castellari, I'll leave the link here for you. In my opinion, it's not a bad idea to check them out at a dealer because some shears really need to be tried out in person or with the button. I have to say, this brings things back a bit to simplicity, a bit more to analog.
The last one I bought last year already had it. I like it.
I like it. Matt the Farmer, comment and subscribe. See you next video.